Most people never realize what's actually holding them back. It's not lack of talent, it's not lack of opportunity, it's not even bad luck. The real problem is much harder to see because it's happening inside your own mind. Every day, invisible psychological traps quietly shape your decisions. They tell you to play safe. They tell you to wait. They tell you to stay where you are, and over time, those small choices become your entire life. You hesitate because you think everyone is watching. You freeze because there are too many options. You stay comfortable even when comfort is making you unhappy. You hold on to things that stopped serving you long ago. You compare your reality to someone else's highlight reel. You chase approval from people who aren't living your life. And you avoid the very actions that could set you free. The dangerous part? Most people never notice these patterns. They repeat them for years. Today, we're exposing all 7. And once you see them, you'll never look at your own behavior the same way again. Number 1, the spotlight effect. Most people aren't thinking about you nearly as much as you think. They're busy worrying about themselves. That mistake you replay every night, most people forgot it within minutes. Your brain turns small moments into public disasters. Reality is much quieter than your fears. The spotlight effect makes you feel constantly watched. But the spotlight exists mostly inside your head. Every missed opportunity starts with imagined judgment. Every bold move starts when that illusion breaks. People rarely remember your awkward moments, but they always notice courage. The risk you're avoiding feels bigger than it is. Your mind exaggerates the consequences. Fear grows in imagination. Confidence grows in action. The first step is never comfortable. It's simply necessary. Embarrassment lasts minutes. Regret can last years. The people judging you today will move on tomorrow. The question is whether you will move on too. Stop asking what could go wrong. Start asking what could go right. Freedom begins when other people's opinions lose control. And most of the time, they're not even paying attention. Number 2, decision paralysis. Having more options feels like freedom, but too many options quietly become a prison. The longer you compare, the harder it becomes to choose. Your brain starts confusing thinking with progress. Days pass, nothing changes. Not because you are lazy, because every choice feels like a risk. So you keep searching for the perfect answer, the perfect timing, the perfect plan. The perfect opportunity never arrives. Meanwhile, imperfect action keeps changing lives. Successful people are not better decision makers. They simply make decisions faster, then adjust along the way. Waiting for certainty is often the biggest mistake. Clarity rarely comes before action. It usually comes after action. Try this simple 2-minute rule. If a decision takes less than 2 minutes, make it immediately. No endless analysis, no unnecessary debate. Trust yourself enough to move. Momentum is built by decisions, not intentions. The life you want is often hiding behind a choice you're afraid to make. Number 3, the safety trap. Your brain isn't trying to make you successful, it's trying to keep you safe. And sometimes, safety becomes the prison. That's why people stay where they're unhappy. Not because they love it, because it's familiar. The known pain feels safer than the unknown possibility. Comfort convinces you that staying is smart, even when staying is slowly destroying your potential. Every day, the comfort zone gets stronger, and your confidence gets weaker, because confidence comes from action, not from hiding. The longer you wait, the scarier change feels. Not because change got bigger, because your fear did. Your brain treats uncertainty like danger, even when that uncertainty could change your life. The job you hate, the dream you keep delaying, the conversation you're avoiding. They're all waiting on the other side of discomfort. Growth never feels safe in the beginning. That's why most people never experience it. The life you want isn't outside your reach. It's outside your comfort zone. And the moment comfort stops controlling your decisions, your real life finally begins. Number 4, sunk cost fallacy. Most people don't stay because they're happy. They stay because they've already invested too much. Years in the relationship, years in the job, years chasing something that no longer feels right. The mind hates waste, so it keeps paying a higher price, just to justify an old decision. That's the trap. It's called the sunk cost fallacy. The more you invest, the harder it becomes to walk away. Even when staying hurts more, you tell yourself, I've come this far. I can't quit now. But every extra year doesn't fix a bad choice. It only deepens it. Your past investment is gone, whether you stay or leave. The only question that matters is this. If you started today, would you choose this again? If the answer is no, why are you giving it more of your life? Sometimes the bravest decision isn't holding on, it's refusing to waste another year. Number 5, the comparison loop. Every time you open social media, you're entering a comparison trap. You see their success, their vacations, their relationships, their perfect moments. But you're not seeing their real life. You're seeing the edited version, the highlight reel, the best 5 seconds of someone's entire week. And somehow, you compare that to your ordinary Tuesday. You compare their public wins to your private struggles, their celebration to your confusion, their finished chapter to your unfinished page. And that's where confidence starts to disappear. Because comparison doesn't inspire most people. It exhausts them. It creates the feeling that everyone is moving faster. Everyone is doing better. Everyone has life figured out. Except you. But that's an illusion. No one posts their doubts, their failures, their lonely nights, their moments of uncertainty. Stop measuring your behind the scenes against someone else's highlight reel. The moment you do, you start losing a race that never existed. Number 6, external validation addiction. The moment your happiness depends on their approval, you lose control of your own life. Most people aren't living for themselves anymore. They're performing. Performing for likes, for compliments, for acceptance, for strangers they'll never even meet. And the scary part? It feels completely normal. You start asking, what will they think? Before asking, what do I think? Every decision becomes a performance review. Every mistake feels public. Every opinion feels personal. But here's the truth. No amount of validation ever feels like enough. Because external approval expires fast. You get the compliment, then you need another. You get the recognition, then you chase more. That's not confidence, that's dependency. Real confidence begins the moment you stop managing perceptions and start respecting yourself. The goal isn't to impress everyone. The goal is to sleep peacefully knowing you were authentic. Because the most powerful question isn't, how do I look to them? It's, how do I feel about myself when nobody is watching? Number 7, the procrastination-anxiety cycle. The strange thing about procrastination is that it rarely comes from laziness. Most of the time, it comes from anxiety. You delay the task because the task makes you uncomfortable. Then the delay creates guilt, and guilt creates even more anxiety. So you avoid it again. Not because you don't care, because your brain wants relief. Even if that relief lasts only a few minutes. Scrolling feels easier, distractions feel safer. But every delay quietly increases the pressure, until a small task feels overwhelming. The worst part? The thing you're avoiding is often the thing that would make you feel better. The workout, the conversation, the application, the first step. Action doesn't remove anxiety completely, but action weakens it. One small move today can break a cycle that's been controlling your life for years. Your future changes the moment avoidance stops making your decisions.